Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Blackie and the Rink podcast. I'm joined alongside Alex Nichols, my friend Scotty in the booth. Me and Seth sat comfortably in these horrible wooden chairs, the only one that would fit behind this here table you see before you. I'm joined with Seth Blackadar on the mic. Seth, how are we doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Getting ready to get this show started. It's been a process.
Absolutely.
But we've got plenty of topics we want to reach here tonight. One of them being the big story of the NFL right now.
Obviously.
Antonio Brown. We want to talk about a lot of fantasy sleepers, you know, you got the gist. We're talking about the NFL, AFC, NFC, who's going to be the best teams, the Pats matchups. We're going to talk about a lot of things, okay? We're trying to cover a lot of things too.
A quick rundown of pretty much what we're going to do here and what we're about. We're based right now out of Plastown, New Hampshire, a borderline town north of Massachusetts, north of Boston. We're about 45 minutes out. We're going to touch on mainly the Patriots tonight, but I know we're going to touch on also Red Sox, Bruins, Celtics, anything of the sort. Which is pretty much a whole Boston sports talk, but expect a lot of Patriots talk. We're really going to pick up pretty much where everything's left off. We're not going to discuss the past of the Patriots much. We're just going to pick off right now, Steelers game, week 2. You know what, Seth? I think I'm going to start off on week 2 right now. So, what are you thinking about the Dolphins?
The Dolphins. In Miami. That's a key point right there. In the past, I mean, I know we're talking about right now, but the Patriots away in Miami has not been a good thing.
No.
But off the week 1 performance, I'm feeling very highly on this Pats team. The offense looked great. The defense looked great. Week 2 now, in Miami, we got Antonio Brown in the lineup as well. Things could happen. What is Miami's defense going to do? We have a lot of threats, and I just want to see how they react to that, you know?
Absolutely. And I think this Dolphins team really showed its weaknesses, especially week 1, fucking getting absolutely clapped. By the Baltimore fucking goddamn Ravens. Lamar Jackson, they made that dude look like fucking Peyton Manning.
Almost an MVP. 5 touchdowns.
He beat the shit out of the Dolphins defense. But a lot of speculations about Brian Flores and his team. They think they're going to tank this season. And I can definitely see that because, that looks like complete ass out there on the field. It's not. It really isn't a football game when they're on the field with the Ravens week 1. It was a public flogging set to a time limit. So
it was a great laugh.
I think with this Patriots team looking as God sent as that 2004 team thus far, it really has those expectations of 19-0. And I went as far, and this is going to touch on fantasy as well, I went as far as to put the New Orleans, I had the Rams defense in on my fantasy, and I went as far as, and they're playing New Orleans, and I went as far as to pick up New England's defense for this game against the fucking Dolphins, because the Dolphins suck ass, man. The Dolphins suck ass.
I was honestly thinking that same thing, though. I mean, in my fantasy league as well, the Pats are obviously, they're taken. But if I had a team to start at this week on defense, it would definitely be the New England Patriots. Because this Miami offense, they got nothing going for them, first of all. They got Ryan Fitzpatrick. Fitzmagic? He'll show you, 3-4 games.
Statistically fantastic in the first couple
sometimes.
weeks of the season.
The first couple games of the season,
loser.
just like last year with Tampa Bay. First 3-4 games went off, numbers popping. Jameis Winston comes back, and the dude's a no-show.
Jameis Winston usually is a no-show. He's a piece of shit human being.
Right.
All-around horrible person.
I got Mike Evans on my fantasy team. I'm not going to make it too personal, but that offense is not rumbling. Come on. You got O.J. Howard with 0 targets. What? Cameron Brate's your future at tight end, please. Jameis Winston, please.
Don't even get me started on that Thursday night game. That shit gave me
so
alcohol
boring.
syndrome.
It was Cam Newton versus Jameis Winston. What are we watching? 2 backups fight over the spot? God damn.
Seriously, man. Seriously.
They couldn't even make a nice pass.
Listen, and let's get back on topic about the goddamn motherfucking Patriots.
The Patriots.
So, pretty much what I want to say is, I put New England's defense in, but for some reason, that Miami, being down there in Miami, what are we, 8-9, 8-10?
Something like that.
I don't got
you
the
know?
numbers right motherfucking in front of me.
Right.
But being down there, it almost makes me skeptical. There's this kind of mystic thing about being down there in South Florida that we just cannot win in Hard Rock motherfucking Stadium. So,
Yeah, let's not speak about last season
Oh,
in
yeah.
Miami.
yeah, and I for some reason think that something's gonna happen, and we're gonna have like a fucking 24-26 game, something stupid like that.
Thinking something
you know?
close there, Rinkus?
What?
You're thinking a close game in Miami, Rink?
For some reason, I have this this pessimistic outlook that yes, it's gonna be a close game for some reason, and Tom Brady's gonna go out there looking like fucking Jay Cutler in his prime. And he's going to make Ryan Fitzpatrick look like a fucking Pat Mahomes. Ryan Fitzpatrick, my motherfucking Holmes.
All right.
He's going to fucking go out there, and he's going to sling for fucking 700 yards.
Okay,
It's going to
okay.
piss me off. I'm going to be sitting there on the
love
couch,
that.
and I'm going to be fucking very angry.
I love that prediction. I love that prediction right there. It could very much happen, not going to lie.
Absolutely.
But there's a lot of speculation on this 19-0 season right here. There's too much talent on the line.
That's the other half of me, really.
And I know we're going down to Miami, but you're very much right. Tom could look like a shit show.
Yeah.
I mean,
For no reason, too.
especially coming off against the Steelers, looking that good. It could be having the players like like this season's gonna be a breeze, blah blah blah. But you're going down into Miami's territory, where you typically do not do good, Tom. Over the past couple of years, we've had some rough losses there. I don't get it, you know, Rakis.
It really doesn't make any
But
sense.
this year, going down to Miami, I think I got a whole different point of view on it, you know?
Yeah. It's mainly because...
Miami, new head coach. You got Fitzmagic coming in, playing for what? His almost like probably eighth team in the NFL. And you got Josh Rosen as the young backup that you spent, a second-round pick on. Pats offered a first. They didn't take it, blah, blah, blah. But, so anyways, this team is gonna choke. Miami sucks. They want that first overall pick, and that's what I have to say about it.
Oh, man. And that's always the thing, because I think you get to a certain point and then you have to start winning games. Brian Flores wants to keep that shit, you know? So, I don't know. My biggest issue is...
Yeah, I got one thing to touch on this.
Oh.
I don't know if you saw this.
I noticed you making the hand
I know.
gestures. I'm not trying to fuck
I don't
with
know how
you,
to, call
talk.
myself in on this, but... So, after this Miami game against the Baltimore Ravens, where they got tooled on a little bit. I mean, not a little bit, but a lot of bit. So, there was a lot of talks after this game. I saw on a very, very good sports website. They said that almost half of the Miami Dolphins roster requested trades after that performance.
I saw that.
You did see that?
Of course.
And I thought that was crazy.
Because I feel like they see what the fuck's going on.
Just after 1 week, too.
But they see, because you see how Brian Flores kind of talks shit to everyone,
Right.
at the Dolphins practices and shit. And you see how he kind of tries to fuck with the players, getting their heads. I get that he tries to instill this tough ass coach, kind of demeanor there. But at the same time, you don't want to form an enemy relationship with your teammates. You want them to have respect for your ferocity, not be frowned upon like if you're a fucking douchebag. And
Exactly.
I don't understand that whole Jay-Z thing. I didn't really look into that, but I know he, it's something about
I didn't hear a lot about that
whatever
either.
special interest group bullshit. I don't really care. Getting the politics of it, but he kind of formed this this tension between him and the players, and especially if he's gonna fucking act like a fool and tank this team. Why the fuck would you want to be in there? I felt bad for Kenny Stills. He's a fantastic wide receiver.
And they just
And he's
traded
gonna
him
play on
away.
this fucking dumpster fire of a team. And you know what? What I was gonna get to was Brian Flores, a very respected coach. And when he went to the Dolphins, I was like, God damn, you know what? This could be a team.
Right.
Because Brian Flores with the defense, it was a dream.
Right. And they
he's a
do have
fantastic-
some
he's a
solid
fantastic
playmakers on that defense as well.
I
Xavier
was gonna
Howard,
say-
who also requested a trade this week.
And a few years back, dude, Dolphins had one of the better defensive lines in the league.
Cameron Wake left to go to the... I forget what team it was, but Cameron Wake even left their squad.
Yeah, I don't know where he went. I thought I saw him. I don't know.
I forget. I saw him the other night in the game, but...
But I have this strange feeling that Belichick's gonna try to take it easy on Flores.
Yeah, there's been a lot of talks about that.
Running up the
radio.
score on a past coach is like,
Yeah.
By the way, we have a horrible.
You
record
saw what
with-
happened last year against Patricia and
Same thing.
I'm sorry.
Every year, dude. We lost
The
to
Lions.
We lost to fucking McDaniels in 2009.
And we lost to Vrabel last year. Looked
Dude, seriously.
terrible. Terrible,
All of Belichick's proteges we always lose to,
Exactly.
and it's bullshit.
But anyways, one thing that I like that you said that I have to touch on about Flores. What I think, Flores is trying to bring too much of Bill to Miami.
Yeah.
If you're trying to go to Miami,
They see the recipe for success, you know.
you cannot be Bill Belichick. I'm sorry. Bill has been in this league a long time. Brian, I know you were there for a year. Defense looked great. DQ, we picked it up at the end of the year. You're the defensive coordinator. But what I gotta say there? Excuse me. He's gotta have a fresh start with this team. He just can't be coming out there with this Bill Belichick mindset, just trying to work the team the hardest and run it like Bill, because he's not Bill. He was there for 1 year. So what I'm saying about this is, I think he needs a fresh start with Miami. He just can't be coming out here with this Bill Belichick mindset that we're going to be winning every game. Like, you guys got to practice as hard as these guys do if you want to be like them. No.
Yeah.
You're coming to an organization that has had failure in the past. You're going to get a fresh start, get these guys confident, have a good year, and just work from there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And people kind of think, oh, these coaches worked under Bill Belichick. The
Right.
most successful of Bill Belichick's, the spawn of Belichick's, have been fucking Bill O'Brien down to the Texans. And what is he? He tops off at the divisional round every year. That's
Exactly.
the best a Bill Belichick protege could do in the league as a head coach or
Especially with Bill in the
as a
league,
higher
too.
up position on any other team. And it's kind of overrated at this point. Well, fucking the bullshit, the stunt that as much as I love McDaniels, the shit that he pulled when he went to the Colts for a day and then backed out of that shit, came back and won a Super Bowl here, because he understands
That's
it's
what it's all
kind of
about.
like it's man.
The Patriots way, baby.
It's really because the Patriots way only works in here, and that's the thing. When Flores tries to come back and be the Belichick of the Dolphins, thinking
Right.
the Dolphins have sucked perennially since fucking 1972 when they didn't suck. So the biggest, with Dan Marino obviously in the '90s, fantastic, but they still didn't win a fucking Super Bowl.
16-0, folks.
So
15-0, maybe? I forget.
170.
I'm from this generation.
Well, fucking so. What happened was like Belichick kind of came in, right? Parcells. People forget about Parcells and how he kind of primed up this team in the late '90s, where Belichick could take over, resigning from the Jets quickly, to come in and kind of, install his way of thinking. It's because Belichick's been coaching for fucking, up until when he joined the Patriots, he's already coaching for like 20 years in the league.
He also had 2 Super Bowls under
Brian
his belt,
Flores almost
being a defensive coordinator for the Cleveland Browns,
Yeah.
and I believe he won one under the Giants as well.
So
So
speaking
he
of
has a
the
total
Giants,
of 8 Super Bowls.
one of his Belichick always quotes off of what's his face, Lawrence Taylor.
He loves LT.
Yeah, because he coached with Lawrence Taylor, man, and Lawrence
When he
Taylor
was on
taught
the
him a
Giants,
lot.
yep.
And think about it, Lawrence Taylor, in my opinion, is one of, if not the best NFL player of all time. You
Crazy.
can argue Tom Brady. Listen, you can argue Tom Brady being the best NFL player of all time. You get
Best
this
at
is
the
a-
position.
This is a whole nother topic that I'm sure we'll touch on later. But
of course.
the difference between is it all Belichick or is it all Brady? People argue that Brady is not the best of all time because Belichick is a factor in his success. LT has no factor. He fucking won games by himself on an 11-man defense.
Just making
So,
that many.
LT is that
Right.
that is a individually. I personally think that is the best player of all time. Tom Brady, a close second.
Right.
But Tom Brady does have that mentor in Bill Belichick, and that he fucking takes over. Belichick, the way he coaches a team, it's really kind of a thing of beauty to witness and to be a fan of it. And me and you, as far as we can
We get to
remember,
witness this.
we've
greatness.
only. I was thinking about this the other day. The only Tom Brady besides from when we were 1 or 2 when Drew Bledsoe was quarterback. We don't remember that though.
No, we don't.
Like
We
we've
were
only
just
ever
too
lived
young.
through the Tom Brady era. We've only ever seen success, and that is just a thing of beauty in and of itself. And we are fortunate to be here. So
But yeah, we are very fortunate to be here and be this spoiled in New England sports. But anyways, Belichick, yes, Belichick is a genius. I think he is a defensive mastermind. And this is where our offensive coordinator plays a big part in this. I forget his name again. What is it? McDaniels? Yep, Josh McDaniels. Plays a very big part in our offense. He's becoming a miniature Belichick, the way he talks about, the lineups, how we got to go against this team, how we got to run our offense against this team. But the reason we won the Super Bowl last year was because of Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick.
And the recent Super Bowl before that against the Eagles, where it was a very good game by Tom Brady. 501 passing yards, broke the record, put up 33 points, and we lost. I mean, yeah, we sat Malcolm Butler for some reason. We'll figure out that one day, but Patricia did not know how to run the defense that year. We sucked. We sucked in that Super Bowl. But this year, with Patricia being gone, Flores being our DC, Flores was all right all year. The defense started picking it up by the end of the year. But in that Super Bowl game right there, Bill Belichick ran that defense.
Yeah, he did.
And that is the number one reason why we won that Super Bowl. I'm not giving Tom any shit at all. I mean, the offense could not get it going that night.
Rams defense
the Rams defense is no joke. You
can't really front on Tom Brady. Rams defense is fucking brilliant, man. That shit is just that's a fucking stacked ass defense, man. And
especially with the
honestly
front line and the cornerbacks.
If that defense were to win a fucking Super Bowl, bro, that would be stacked up there with the Bears defense at 85 when they did the Super Bowl shuffle, which remains, and I quote, it remains the best NFL players video ever of all time. Nothing will ever compare to that. 1985. The Super Bowl shuffle, to veer off topic here. But that Rams defense is fantastic.
It was definitely a defense that put Brady to the test.
But Belichick really showed his defensive mastermind in that game.
Absolutely.
That's why I think he assumed the position of the defensive coordinator
Hightower looked
for
great.
This year.
Vinoy
and you see what he did.
I can't wait to see Vinoy this
year. His
year.
first game as a defensive coordinator, he shuts down the goddamn, killer bees or the lack thereof, if you want to call the Steelers former high-powered offense. The Steelers are still nonetheless a good team, and they got their fucking ass handed to them by this Patriots defense. They only allowed one field goal by shitty-ass Chris Boswell when they should have fucking went down 20 in the late in the third quarter. Should have gone for a fucking touchdown. Chris Boswell, he sucks too.
Hey,
Steelers, that's a bullshit
you're talking about week one,
Just
right?
kidding, you guys won 6 Super Bowls.
You're talking about week one, right?
I am talking about week one.
Okay,
I don't like Steelers fans.
Can I touch some points on this game? But anyways, watching the Steelers offense this year, just week one in general, I know it's only week one, but I can tell how much they're missing Le'Veon Bell and Mr. Antonio Brown.
Oh, man. You
guys put up 3 points against the Patriots when last year you guys beat them. I know it was a shootout. It was like a pretty good game. Pats held their own for a while, but we ended up losing. It was a costful game, especially because the playoffs are coming up. We wanted that home field advantage and everything. But the Steelers look like a way different team in that game where they beat the Pats versus this year when we fucking blow them out. They get one field goal. This offense is missing Mr. Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell. Absolutely.
I mean, think about it.
Right?
The biggest thing was Antonio Brown kind of had that name for the Steelers. It's sad too because
9 seasons
with Juju Smith-Schuster, and
how that caught fire.
He was kind of put in the limelight because Antonio Brown was getting double covered, triple covered every fucking game, leaving Juju Smith-Schuster is a talented young receiver, but he's a talented young receiver in the secondary position, not in the primary position as he showed in that 33-3 loss last Sunday night. So, thanks for the restock, Scotty P. Brought to you live by Delta Faith Studios. Scotty P is brought to you by the 99 Restaurants. 99 Restaurants, always the real deal. I'm Ryan
Scotty
Cole,
P, you know
Seth
him.
Blackadar.
You know him. He spits bars. The New England native.
New England native.
Respect on that name.
And we will be doing some alcoholic infused freestyles after the broadcast. So
you guys can tune in if you want. I mean, PG-13 is the way we like to keep it. Just kidding. No rules allowed.
Back
to the stew.
To the motherfucking topic at hand. Let's talk about The
You
Steelers.
thinking
So, hey,
about-
hold on. Let me talk
okay,
about Juju
okay. Let's
Smith-Schuster.
keep going on those Steelers. Yep.
Juju Smith-Schuster. So this motherfucker, I love him. He's a great guy.
Oh yeah.
He's a great guy.
Juju, late round pick too, guys.
See,
Could have been some jealousy from Antonio Brown.
That was the problem because listen,
I think there
Antonio
was
Brown
plenty of jealousy,
with his name, 6 years straight, getting over 1,000 receiving yards. That's fucking ridiculous.
I'm sorry, Rickus, to butt in there. I think it was 6 years straight, but I mean, I may have thought it was 7 years straight just because the 9 years, 7,000 receiving yards. I mean, you're right, Rickus. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you
Tried
for
to call you out
confirming
there.
what I
Tried
just
to call
said.
you out there. I was trying to be that asshole, you know.
All right. So, getting back to the topic at hand. So, we're gonna assume that Antonio
Steelers,
Brown
yep.
getting triple covered. I've said this for the third time.
Third time, folks.
Leaves Juju Smith-Schuster, a very talented young receiver, one-on-one with some bullshit middle linebacker, outside linebacker. free
Easily
safety.
breakable.
And, of course, he's going to shred the defense of whoever opposing team they may be facing. Because they got Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell, of course, not last year. He's holding out.
And Antonio still popped off that year as well. Yep.
Yeah. He got 15 touchdowns.
15
He got 15 touchdowns.
That is
And
nuts.
no one talks about it because the bullshit he pulled, throwing fucking Gatorade tanks on the sidelines.
Not showing up
but
for
at the
his
same
last
time,
game.
We can't be.
Skip practice.
Belichick's out here
the
throwing
whole
Microsoft
week.
Surface tablets, fucking Fusruda, you feel me?
Yeah.
So
Huh. And Antonio Brown's last week in a Steelers uniform. His last week in a Steelers uniform, right? He ran the wrong route in the practice, right?
Okay.
Big Ben yelled at him for it. And Antonio was like, I'm not dealing with this. Fuck you, Big Ben. I'm getting off this field. Antonio walked off that practice field and did not show up
Yeah.
the rest of the week in practice. And he showed up in that locker room Sunday and was like, hey, coach, I'm playing.
No, you're
And
not.
Huh?
Mike Tomlin.
You didn't
No,
hear
you're-
about this?
No, I'm saying what he said to Antonio Brown. He's like, no, you're not.
Yeah, he was like, no, you are not playing.
He fucking
And all the
knows it,
players
yeah.
were like, oh, so like I cannot go to practice all week and I can play too. And like,
Yeah.
it caused a big controversy in this Steelers
You got to give it to Mike.
roster. You know?
Mike Tomlin did what he had to do.
I still don't like
You know,
Mike Tomlin as a
I
head
hate
coach,
Mike
but
Tomlin. Mike Tomlin's a loser. Even though he's
Guy
won
talks
the
out of
Super
his
Bowl.
ass.
But I don't know, dude. He did kind of grow a sack right there until Antonio Brown that he
Yeah,
couldn't play. 'Cause
finally
you
ballsed
can't-
up for once.
You gotta treat him like everyone else, you know. But do you want to touch on Antonio Brown now?
Oh, I'd love to get in.
Okay,
in
so
Antonio.
we're gonna start. Alex
Excites me a lot.
We've got Alex
Especially
Nichols
being a New England
in the
fan.
broadcast. Alex, say hi to the camera. Alex, come say hi to the
What up?
and come
Alex,
introduce yourself.
Alex, come and get on the
Come
mic, my
introduce
man.
yourself to the
This is the
broadcast.
A. Nichols.
What up? What up, everyone? Say Nick's here. I just wanted to discuss on too with Juju. That whole last game, he was only covered by one guy.
Oh wow.
That one guy. Who's that one guy?
Stephon Gilmore.
Stephon Gilmore, right there.
Oh.
And Stephon
shit.
Gilmore
So-
ranked number
Oh,
one
shit.
among safeties.
Among safeties.
Cornerbacks,
not safety. I'm
cornerbacks.
sorry.
I'm
Among
sorry,
quarterbacks
sorry,
last year.
yeah. But,
I'm sorry.
like,
Yeah, in the top 100, he was
Oh,
rated.
man.
the
during
number one
all of the
cornerback.
offseason, they're talking about how Juju can handle it. And I'm sorry, the first game he couldn't.
Yeah, week one, he
can't.
could not handle Gilly
couldn't.
Allen,
Yeah,
baby.
Jack shit, bro.
He couldn't do anything.
No, he could not.
Granted, you're not going to get a Gilmore every week, but
No. But
It's
that
not
wasn't
like-
even
and
one
listen,
of Gilmore's best days,
and-
too.
and-
no, it wasn't.
Just
not
to
at
veer off
all.
topic, I love seeing Stephon Gilmore and his progress here because he was one of the more hated players in the team a few years back.
Right.
He's really blossomed into being one of the best cornerbacks in the league. He could go down to the fucking as far as defensive legends on
He
the
was great
Patriots.
last season,
Ty
man.
Law, fucking
Exactly.
all this bullshit.
Even the
Rodney
season before.
Harrison, he could go down as one of those. And a play
One of
I
those
always
Patriots backs.
a play I always go back to
Slept on.
is the 2017 Jaguars AFC Championship when he
Incredible
fucking
game.
swats that out of the air.
That one swat
on that
in the
on that
fourth quarter,
on that
baby.
4th and 15, he jumps
That
up,
was
swats
beautiful.
that shit. Get the
But everyone
fuck out of here.
Everyone forgets.
I love that
Everyone
shit.
forgets
That's
that.
my favorite fucking play.
Hey, yeah, but
You
everyone
pulled it up
forgets
right here on
that
the fucking
that
Gronkowski
interception last
system.
Super Bowl
Yeah.
Yep.
back
That
in the
ended
end
the
zone.
game. Ended
But
the
one
game
thing
right
I
there.
have to touch in that game as well. Jason McCourty was our unsung hero.
Unsung hero.
Brandon Cooks was more open in the end zone than any player could ever be. And Jason McCourty set it out on a fucking sprint. This man was on a 40-yard dash times 2, and he made it out there and made that play. How do you expect a player that wasn't even supposed to cover that to go out and make that? What do you got to say about that, Rinkus? Isn't that just mind-blowing?
It is, man.
That's
really
just crazy to me.
And I love
How does
that
he
shit.
make that play?
And when he runs back and fucking swat, dude.
Brandon Cooks in the back of the end zone.
Oh man.
Goff could have made a better throw.
One of that was like the hands. I would say
That's
top
a play.
three most
That's
important
a
play in that
That's
game.
one of the plays.
Top 3 most
of that
important play in
game.
that game, really, with the Gronk
Me
catch.
and you,
and-
baby.
Oh man.
Oh, that Gronk catches.
And
And that
think about it,
punter
what was it?
battle.
It
That
was
punter
triple
battle
covered.
was
It
honestly
triple
insane.
covered.
Yep,
And a
triple
beautiful
covered,
thing-
and he made that was a great throw by Brady.
Yeah, and a beautiful thing pointing back to what Tony Romo was saying.
Yep,
He was talking about how
Romo
they had
was
ran
awesome,
same
by the
3
way.
plays in a row.
and he called them all. He knew where Brady was going.
He ran the same 3 plays in a row.
Crazy.
So the first one was
Romo's
Edelman,
great.
Edelman over the middle. Edelman over the middle again. Then Gronk, fucking faded. Same 3 plays in a row, dude.
Great plays.
And Gronk was triple covered, dude. And Brady just fucking floats it right where it needs to go. And that was right
Cornerback,
after Gronk,
safety, and a linebacker.
That was right after Gronk had fucking like blown his knee out, dude.
Yeah, in that game,
That was in
actually,
that play, yeah.
Gronk was hit by a linebacker right in his thigh.
Yeah.
He spoke about it. His thigh was messed up. He made records, I guess, in the hospital for how many pints of blood he got taken out of his thigh after that game. He couldn't even. What's crazy enough that I heard, I know we didn't say we were getting in the Gronk subject at all, which I'm surprised about. But Gronk, after the Super Bowl win, talked about how he should have been wicked happy, winning his 3rd Super Bowl or his 4th Super Bowl. I honestly think it was his 3rd Super Bowl, but he said he sat in his bed after that win, and he was crying.
Yeah.
He was crying. That's how bad his thigh hurt him. He couldn't even walk.
Something I think about Gronk is that he's kind of going to be the catalyst, and this is going to kind of spawn a new topic here.
Right. I'm glad we finally somehow got Gronk into this. I'm surprised we did not mention him at all before.
The thing with Gronk is that him and Andrew Luck are 2 of the same in this kind of fear I have right now.
Right.
Alex, it's got the square on it, right?
Yeah.
That means it's recording.
Because
I've had that shit
I have
happen
to take
before.
my seat.
Alex,
I have to
and a
piss.
refuel brought to you by Alex Nichols.
Actually, yo, Ring.
Brought to you by Geico Insurance. 15%. It's 15 minutes can save you 15% or more with Geico Insurance. Go to geico.com.
I have
For more
Geico
details.
insurance
We've
just
got
to make sure.
Ryan Cole, Seth Blackett are in the studio today.
I'm thinking, Rink, in a short little break. We're gonna have a short break in a little few.
You want a
if
short
you were
little
down.
break? Well,
I
let me
gotta
just
take
get
a
the-
little piss break.
We'll take a. We'll take a. You want to take a Gronk take real quick?
Oh yeah, I'd love a Gronk take actually. Rob Gronkowski.
So my fear is
okay. You starting it off?
absolutely my
Alright,
fear.
let's
This
go,
is what I
brother.
was gonna get at. My fear is Rob Gronkowski alongside Andrew Luck is gonna be a catalyst into the change of the NFL, the change of how the NFL views itself. The 2 players that are gonna make the NFL and Roger Goodell be introspective about itself and kind of think,
How dangerous it really is.
how dangerous the NFL really is, because Rob Gronkowski is kind of coming out being an activist, kind of against the NFL in a way.
Especially what
by
he
talking
said-
about I've had 20.
But
I'm not gonna
especially
even
what
gonna
he
get
said
into
about
that,
his
but that was
kids
kinda
the other
bullshit
day.
what
What he
was
would
saying.
tell his
I
kids.
cured my CTE. That's kind of insensitive to people who kind of killed themselves for CTE, and Rob's over here fucking I cured it. No, man. No, Gronk, you can't say that, bro. You can't say it. All right, so what I'm kind of saying is him and Andrew Luck retiring in their prime, retiring when they could win another one.
Exactly.
Everything,
Especially
but because
off
of the
Andrew
injuries
Luck's
they
last
sustained playing, but the problem is the NFL is going to look at this, and I'm not going to get into politics, but the softening of the media, everything, the NFL is going to be afraid of its image, and in order to combat a negative image amongst the media, they're going to do everything in their power to try to protect these players as much as possible. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but South Park, that episode Sarcastaball, when they play with fucking balloons, that's what the NFL is going to turn into, because they're going to try as hard as they can to prevent injuries because of Gronk and Andrew Luck retiring in their primes.
But they can't.
Two Hall of
They cannot
Famers.
do
I mean,
it.
I don't know about Andrew Luck, but Gronk, obviously Hall of Fame. He's retiring at fucking 29 years old because he says he's got too much injuries. The NFL, to protect its
9
image,
back surgeries.
the NFL, to protect its image, is going to they're gonna just fucking start implementing a bunch of pansy ass pussy shit to protect these
Some
players.
fancy-ass
and
rules.
they're gonna make it. I don't know, man.
probably
I'm
gonna be
sick of
touch.
it's like a dystopian, futuristic fucking way of playing football where everything's fucking recorded to the end of the last tee. It makes the game bullshit, bro. It makes the game down. It's I don't know, man. You get too much instant replay. You get too much rules where it's just what is it? What are you even playing anymore, man? What are you playing? Fucking communism? Fucking bullshit? I don't even know, man. You're playing bullshit, bro. Just fucking play the game. Play the fucking game. I don't know.
Especially this rule coming in now. Where
Don't
you can
change the
challenge
game.
Challenges.
It's fucking. It's a beautiful sport.
challenging,
Don't
but-
fucking change it. And I know they're going to too. You fucking bullshit.
Absolutely. Now you guys can. There's a play where there's no pass interference called, right? The
Hail Mary?
receiver,
They're
and the
gonna change it up,
quarterback,
though.
they're going at it, right?
Yeah.
And now the head coach can call and just be like, "Hey, I'm gonna challenge this play on the field."
Yeah.
I think there was pass interference on that last play. You don't think that's a little extreme? I mean, yeah, the refs don't get every call right. But just to the point, this is going to be a game changer. Like the way football's been played all these years, it's by the refs' eyes. And now there's going to be a change where you can just challenge a play and be like, there was offensive pass interference here. Yo, they missed a prime holding call here. That's a part of the game. I just don't think you can change some of these things, and that's what they're doing here.
Absolutely. All right. We're going to take a quick commercial break here. Brought to you by Applebee's, your neighborhood bar and grill. I'm Ryan Cole alongside Seth Blackett, Alex Nichols, Scotty P in the booth. Scotty A in the booth. I'm sorry, not Scotty P. Scotty's signaling me with a hand motion. We're going to log off for right now. We'll see you in 15 minutes.
All right, break. Interrupt.
Welcome back to the stew. Wrink the Slink with A. Nichols, part of the crew. We've got A. Nichols here to my right side. I'm very, very pleased. Me and Seth, very pleasured to have him
Such
here
a
with us
pleasure.
today. A. Nichols is our fantasy football, NFL fantasy expert in the field. A. Nichols, tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, I've been playing fantasy for a little bit now. I'd like to say for quite a bit, 5-6 years now.
Veteran in the league.
Veteran, I say. I've had leagues vary from 8 to 12, but I feel like I know my fair share around the fantasy leagues nowadays.
Yep.
That's the way to do it.
So this year, unfortunately, we lost a couple men, so we're only an 8-team league. I don't know if you guys will care or not. 'Cause kind of amateur, I get it, but you still learn.
Hey,
from
at
this
least he has
experience.
no auto picks in his league.
No
That's all I
auto
gotta say.
picks. Everyone picked.
Straight picking.
Everyone picked. Granted, the first pick in our draft did go to a numbskull. Who
Yeah.
picked fucking
who actually lucked out.
lucked out and
Lucked
got
out with
T.
Tom
Brady.
He did
number
he-
one. But
For any of
took
those
Tom
interested,
Brady
he
number
went.
one?
He went
Yep.
Tom Brady.
That is a
First
bold
overall.
claim right there, folks.
bold claim right there.
Great player, but why would you ever take Tom Brady first?
I know. I don't.
Hey,
get
it
You
worked
got-
out because I faced him. His name's Zach. I faced him, and Tom Brady got. That was the night against the Steelers, and what did he get? Fucking 3 touchdowns,
He had a
350
game.
yards.
He had a game.
Like you beat the fucking piss.
But he's
out of
gonna
the
have a
Steelers.
game
yeah.
every game.
Yeah.
And you know
So
that.
I guess he got
Because
that.
this matchup.
I guess he got those 20+ points every week. But when you have people like Saquon, McCaffrey,
Yep.
even Bell, like Bell is proven he's on a new team, hasn't played in a few years. He's only played one full season actually in 2014.
Still had a good game his first game.
He
I know
did
he's
have a good
coming off
game.
the MRI, like
And-
the MRI with his shoulder sprain. Or
And
whatever
going
it
back a
might
little
be.
bit earlier when you were talking about how the Steelers are missing Bell, they
Oh,
are.
They're definitely missing.
What
him,
did his first game back in what 2 years? He gets a touchdown.
yep. Right.
Like,
And
he
wait.
doesn't-
Did James Conner have any touchdowns in his first game?
No,
Nope.
he did not.
Wait. 3 points to a field goal in their first game.
And that field goal shouldn't have even. It was on 4th down at the 3-yard line. They shouldn't have even done that. So,
Luck.
yep.
Luck right there. And Nichols is a fantasy genius.
And we have Scotty P with the refresher of the evening. We have Scotty P
Sponsored
with
by,
the door closing, brought to you by Anderson Windows right from the ground up. Thank you. Alex Nichols back with Fantasy Talk. Alex, who are some, low-key threats in the fantasy league today?
Well, for one, I think tight end's a crucial part of fantasy. And this year we are shorter than ever with Gronk leaving.
Right.
Gronk would go in the first 3 rounds usually. Now that's Travis Kelce, which, by the way, he's going to be very good now with Tyreek Hill out. Very good.
Big
It's
threat
basically him and Sammy Watkins now.
Yep.
But the guy I'm huge on right now is I just picked him up. Rookie T.J. Hawkinson.
Ooh,
Dropped
okay.
25 points in PPR. Right now, after week 1, you can't really base it, but off of week 1, he's the second-ranked tight end. I picked him up because I had Vance McDonald. Obviously, he didn't do too good. 2 catches against the Pats. I think 5, 6 points. Yeah, it wasn't very
Had him on my
good.
DraftKings, did not pan out.
I would still recommend Vance McDonald because who else would they have? Juju. We've touched on this earlier. But T.J. Hawkinson is very, very good pickup if you're looking for a tight end, which 85% of teams are.
Very great player that A. Nick was just mentioned, a.k.a. T.J. Hawkinson. It was a very good player that I wanted the Pats to take. I mean, obviously they did not have the opportunity to, but with Gronk being gone and T.J. Hawkinson being one of the top tight ends in the draft, I was very high on him, and if the Pats had the opportunity to take him, I thought they could have took that kid to the next level, but obviously
They go very early.
Yeah, he went early, and it's not a very normal thing for tight ends to go early on the board in the draft board, but this man meant business, and after his first week, he showed it.
Yep.
So as far as minor threats go in fantasy league, threats around, I think honestly, someone who retired and came back, Delaney Walker, could be a big tight end this.
I love
Big.
that.
The Titans
this
showed they
season.
need him
Seriously.
still.
Because Delaney Walker really showed his strength against the Browns, and one would think that Browns D-line, that Browns second, that Browns defense as a whole
that
is
line looks
fantastic.
Very good.
And to think that Delaney Walker would get 2 touchdowns that game,
2 touchdowns, have it up right now. 5 receptions, 55 yards, 2 touchdowns.
and a
22 points week 1.
beautiful, fantastic fantasy performance as well. So I'm thinking about
He's
picking
on my
him up.
fantasy team, by the way.
And you know what? At first, when we were drafting tight ends, we were thinking, there's only 3 good tight ends. Kittle, which I picked up.
Oh, Kittle is a
fantastic.
great
So I
pick.
picked up Kittle. We've got, what's his face? Fucking Zach Ertz.
Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce. So we've got those 3 tight ends that come to mind with the absence of Gronk.
Oh, absolutely.
But there's a lot of sleeper picks and still involved. David Njoku, which I just put on my bench. I don't know who the fuck dropped him, but I just picked him up.
Unfortunately, I was the one who dropped him.
So fortunately, I was the one that picked him up.
Yep.
Great
So I
drop.
saw him. I was like, because I need a tight end with a Kittle on a bye
Too
week.
much receiver talent.
And you never. So
That's exactly why I dropped him.
Yeah.
Jarvis
Exactly.
Landry,
That's true, though.
OBJ, Nick Chubb.
Taking
And
too much
I'm
away
sorry,
from the
but
man.
Mayfield didn't show he can throw the ball to everyone. He had a good week 1. He did. I think he got, 12 points in PPR? 12, 13 in PPR?
He
did-
fucked
he
my
did decent.
DraftKings. That's all I have to say, people.
But
Screwed me over in
because we do,
DraftKings.
me and Alex do PPR, and he's on a
Yeah, I'm
non-PPR.
in a non-PPR
Yeah.
league, my first time ever as well. I mean, it does not help. Does not help the circumstances, whatever. I mean, I made a very bad pick. I did not contribute. Deshaun Jackson in my fantasy league, and he dropped 27 points in my fantasy league, and I lost by 6.
it's fair, though, not to get
Right.
Deshaun Jackson. He's
Yeah.
getting old.
No one
He-
expected him to go off like that.
Exactly. No one expected that, but it looks like he's going to have a big target share on Philly.
Exactly,
With
especially
Alshon Jeffrey getting double covered every
Yep,
game.
and especially him coming back to his hometown.
Yep.
I hope no one forgets that punt return he had.
No
back
one.
In the
Oh
day.
my God! Against the Cowboys,
Insane.
one of the
You
better
put the
kick
team
returns.
on your back, baby.
Other
Deshaun
than
Jackson.
Hester in the
That's
in the championship
Super
game.
Bowl, too.
Yeah.
What do you think about
Super Bowl, what
Deshaun
a
Jackson
kickoff
as
return.
a first ballot Hall of Famer?
I don't know about first ballot.
Not gonna happen.
Because I've seen things around the league. But
I don't know about
he's definitely. I
first
feel like at
ballot.
some point he will be in the Hall of Fame.
You will be in the Hall of
I
Fame.
Because
think
he's
they're
kinda-
going to go work down the line of wide receivers.
Just
he's
wait,
kinda
just
showing
the way the
himself as,
league
like,
is now too.
an ageless
You don't
wonder.
you don't see
That Giants play that was back in 2000.
yeah, but you don't see as many crazy wide receivers today as you did back in the day.
Scotty P on the refill of the game for himself. Two Budweisers. Scotty P, show your face to the camera for the broadcast. Thank you, Scotty P, for your assistance on the show. That's our Scotty P headlines, brought to you by the CVS Pharmacy. CVS Pharmacy, serving underage people, riddled and destroying their lives since whenever CVS Pharmacy was founded. I'm Ryan Cole. This is Seth Blackadar, Alex Nichols, the fantasy expert. Thank you for tuning in.
All right. So I mean, I'm getting in on a subject that I really want to touch tonight. All right. NFC predictions. I'm really strong in the Dallas Cowboys this year.
The NFC really is a wide open margin.
Yeah,
Because really
especially-
everything in the NFC is you can never tell. Every year it's pretty much the same with the AFC. You get the same three teams.
Pats.
The NFC, it's always something different, man. It's a fucking NFC is really the interesting part of the NFL, but overall AFC. I mean, to veer off topic here, AFC is a stronger conference, mainly because the Patriots.
I think for the first time in a while, the NFC West is going to be up for grabs this year. We know the Rams went to the Super Bowl last year, but Todd Gurley getting out-snapped in the red zone to his backup. I mean, granted, it's week one.
Malcolm Brown.
They got hurt. He got hurt near the end of the year last year. But
It's showing
you
how
don't
that
see
that
anything
knee
good from
injury
Todd
really
Gurley.
is holding up. You know.
Yeah,
They kept it low key,
exactly. If you keep seeing,
and he was really injured.
yeah, exactly, dude. Like
You can
Gurley
see
was
it.
hurt. He was hurt. They didn't use him as much. He did out-snap Malcolm Brown at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But like, if you don't have
Late in
Gurley,
the game, though, right? When
Late
they
in the
needed
game,
him.
yeah.
When they needed him.
exactly, to get first downs.
I
to
thought
end
that. I
game.
thought that was strange.
Yep, it was very
Right.
strange. And I have going back to
Definitely, right.
fantasy real quick. I have him on my fantasy team.
Yo.
Sucked for me.
That's the
Sucked.
thing.
Right.
But he's disappointing every once in a while, really.
He is, and I just think if Todd Gurley can't be the guy he was last year,
I don't
I think
think
that
he
NFC
is.
West is up for grabs. 49ers
Absolutely.
are on the rise. Seattle's always been consistent. Arizona's a different story, but we'll see
they
how
could work
they
out.
go.
I mean, you have a tied game against the Lions.
Yeah.
If your D-back has a game-winning interception and drops it,
Yep.
one of the easiest arguable catches ever. Like, this dude catches the ball. Arizona is in field goal range.
Yep.
The game's over. The game is over. Kyler Murray gets his first win as an NFL quarterback.
And he was drafted in the
He was the first
baseball draft.
wasn't
too.
he the first overall pick
Yeah.
this year?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
if
yeah.
he won that game, the NFL would have blown up.
It's the first overall pick is always a fucking bust.
They
too.
would have been like, "Oh my God, this guy's the next real deal. He just beat the
tough.
Lions." Blah blah blah. But no, they lose. They tie. Oh, it's a tie, just like the Browns in their first game last season.
Yep.
This dude's gonna have a mediocre season.
You know what? Let's talk about the
Mediocre
top wide
season.
receivers in fantasy and the receivers to watch out for, the receivers that can really sneak up on you. Alex, can you tell me a few receivers in the league to really watch out for, things that receivers that people normally wouldn't find valuable?
Okay.
Because I've got a few in my mind that I don't know if you bring it.
I think right now he didn't really show it week one, and now he's hurt week two. But Sterling Shepard, the Giants wide receiver, can be very underrated. OBJ's gone. All they have is Evan Ingram.
And Golden Tate.
Saquon
right?
Barkley is Saquon Barkley. You're going to expect the same out of him every week. But their top receiving option is Sterling Shepard. He can really bust out. Tyrell Williams, with AB gone, he will really shine. He had an excellent week one, actually. 6
Williams?
receptions, 105 yards, and a touchdown.
Williams or Shepard?
Williams for
Williams
the
did have a
Raiders.
great night on
Yep.
Thursday primetime. Yep.
Yep.
Or Monday primetime actually.
Monday, yeah. And just keep going off of that. Like John Ross, too, with AJ Green hurt. I feel like he's always hurt nowadays. But
Yeah, with that foot
everyone
injury
on the
coming
Bengals
up.
roster.
yep,
That fucking team's like an emergency room, brother.
exactly. Tyler
I
Eifert
can't stand it.
was
Everyone on that fucking team,
amazing in
dude.
what 2013. Tyler Eifert
It's like they
was
only
one of the
sign
best
people with
Oh
Aaron
yeah,
Jones, man.
no, definitely. What I have to touch on, Bengals. They're gonna be a bad team, and they're gonna be a bad team for a while.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a couple playoff runs early in Andy Dalton's
It's a
career.
perennial shit team.
But when they went to the playoffs, they got smoked. No question.
Every time.
Yeah, what? They went, one season was probably like, 13-3 or something? If they're lucky, 12-4. But this team goes into the playoffs and gets smoked every time.
Yep.
You have Andy Dalton as your quarterback, and you're never going to get further than a division round. And that's all he has to bring to the table.
Yep.
You could give that man the best wideout core and running back core in NFL, and I don't think Andy Dalton will still produce.
I always follow this. I feel like Andy Dalton's the new Jay Cutler. Like, Jay Cutler always showed he has those moments to be good. He just
Right.
didn't care.
He
Andy
couldn't do
Dalton,
it.
I feel like, is the same way.
Tannehill kind of was like that too. For a
Yeah,
little bit, too.
exactly.
Because remember
Tannehill
Tannehill
was
was
a
hyped
good-
up.
good-
Seth, how about you? What do you think about some low key receivers to watch out for in fantasy?
No key receivers to watch out for this year. Just watching off the week 1 performance from Marquise Hollywood Brown.
Yes.
That is
Of course.
definitely an eye you have to keep on.
Yeah.
Like this man, he was drafted first, second round, whatever it was, but you cannot sleep on this man. Just like I have one more thing to say. Down in Tennessee, you got Corey Davis as your lead receiver. Man's getting double covered. Man's getting mashed up, and then you got AJ Brown on the low. AJ Brown last week. 3 receptions for 100 yards. That man is a sleeper right there. Just wait till he evolves. Corey Davis is going to take the coverage. He's gonna take the distraction away from him, and AJ Brown's going to be open.
So I had Corey Davis on my bench. I had to just drop him for New England's defense for this week.
Going off of another Brown, though, real quick. John Brown on the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
People don't realize this, he was an excellent wide receiver in his first couple years for the Cardinals.
Yeah, he was.
Obviously, he
Third
got
receiver
overshadowed by Larry Fitzgerald, the legend.
Yeah,
Larry Fitzgerald.
Arguably
We
one
all
of the
know, I
best
fucking love
wide
that
receivers
guy.
of
I
all
love
time.
that guy. You could throw him top 5 all time
All
wide
time.
receiver.
He hasn't dropped a pass in 4 or 5 years.
He
now?
had that stretch where he dropped 3 passes within like 5 years, something like that.
Something
fucking
stupid.
superhuman.
man
Because
is
Larry
a secured target.
He's a timeless wonder, and everyone he's one of the most respected. The Cardinals, they get something with producing these like beautifully respected players. Pat Tillman, Larry Fitzgerald.
Yep.
Some of the worst.
Even Patrick Peterson as well, still on
Absolutely.
the Cardinals. But
So, in my personal opinion, some wide receivers to watch out for in fantasy. I've got a few of them on my bench. Michael Gallup of the Cowboys, really starting to shine. What did he
Is
get?
he?
Fucking 22 points.
yep,
He's on my bench.
because what's his name? What's the other wide receiver on Dallas?
Amari
Amari
Cooper,
Cooper.
Amari Cooper.
Randall Cobb,
Yeah, Amari Cooper is going to get a lot of the coverage.
Yeah.
A lot of the
Alan
coverage.
Hearns.
So
was there
Michael
last
Gallup,
year, but
he's really
gone.
coming up.
Yeah.
Robbie Anderson of the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
We've got.
Jamison Crowder as well, actually. Had a lot of targets last
PPR
week.
monster.
Look, tell you what,
Jamison
we'll
Crowder.
just start shooting off names of random players and discuss, their fantasy impact.
Okay.
Random wide receivers, what's a good one? I'll start off here. Cooper Kupp, I picked up. He's been questionable, and you understand
Cooper Kupp.
how he really makes those receptions, especially in a PPR league, is a valuable player.
PPR league is valuable. And I remember back in our draft, Cooper Kupp and Brandon Cooks were both available. And I didn't know who to roll the dice with because obviously Cooper Kupp's coming off the ACL injury. But,
They should not have played him last year after you got that first knee scare.
yep, shouldn't. They should have taken a break with him, let him heal up a little bit.
Seemed like an
Take his time.
MCL, a slight MCL tear. They kept playing him. He tore his ACL, so
Yep.
that's how it went. Kind of
But,
messed up. Sad
I-
season for him. Yep. But Nichols continue.
I ended up going with Brandon Cooks just because of his deep threat ability.
Speed
You
is
can
elite.
argue in a regular scoring point league, you'll go with Brandon Cooks. But in a
Right.
PPR league, in hindsight, I probably should have gone for Cooper Kupp because Brandon Cooks had, I think, 5.8 fantasy points week 1, and Cooper Kupp had over 10. So, Cooper Kupp is a very good wide receiver. It's just with the Rams, they have so many people we talked about Todd Gurley earlier,
Robert
but he's
Woods
still
as
going to
well.
take.
Robert Woods as well.
exactly. Like,
Robert's a great target.
Gurley's still going to seek a lot of that action. Robert Woods is going to get some looks. Brandon Cooks is going to get some of the Lex Cooper Cup. Jared Goff just has a lot to throw to.
Even Everett. Everett's going to get a couple looks here and there, too.
Exactly.
I mean, that Rams team is literally, it's just like a farm system of fantasy points.
Yup.
Like, I don't understand something about that Rams. You could take Jared Goff as a QB2, QB1 even, if you want to be fucking a piece of shit team. You can, the Rams defense is beautiful, always top 3 in the league.
Yeah, I see the Rams wide receivers, kind of like the Pats running backs.
The Rams, because the Rams wide receivers, you're going to get a bunch from each. You're going to get a lot of Cooper Cup, Brandon Cooks, fucking Robert Woods, all this bullshit.
Yep.
You're going to be getting fantasy points.
Even
from each
Todd
and every one
Gurley
of them.
coming out of the backfield.
It's like a 10 plus for each of them every year.
Yeah.
'Cause it's a high-powered passing offense, especially in the absence of Todd Gurley and what he's been going through right now.
Exactly.
He's going to be
Honestly,
he's taking limited snaps because he's been hurting.
The Rams are a toss-up on who you want to start in your fantasy lineup.
Exactly. That's why I say it's exactly
more
like
so-
Rams,
yeah,
they make it difficult. They're like New England.
It's
They make it
definitely
difficult. You don't know where to
difficult.
start. The one thing is, in a PPR league, Julian Edelman is a fucking.
Oh,
beast.
yeah. In a
They throw it to
PPR
what,
league right there.
6 to 10 to beat Julian. No,
But
Julian
you got...
Edelman's a fucking prodigy.
He is a
Some
prodigy.
God
He
damn.
is.
Oh man.
That's why I said the Rams wide receivers kind of like the Pats running backs. What we have Burkhead, Michelle, and White. By the way, congrats to White. He looks like he's gonna have a kid soon. Congrats to him.
Kyle Van
and
Noy
Kyle
too.
Van Noy, yep.
Kyle Van Noy. He's playing week 2.
Yep. It doesn't look like James White is gonna make the trip though.
Yeah.
Because having his kid.
That's what happens.
That's fair enough.
You
We
know,
have
it's
Michelle, Burkhead, AB starting.
And that defense with and listen, that AB thing, I
Yeah.
am so fucking. It's kind of a guilty pleasure. of
I'm
mine.
hyped.
So excited to see
Hyped.
that
I am
fucking guy
hyped.
play. So, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna veer to the next topic here. We've already discussed week 2. Week 3 is in the books. What we're gonna do here now, Scotty P in the booth. Thank you for everything, Scotty P in the booth. What are we gonna do?
I know Scotty P in the booth. He's got nothing to say, but looking in on week 3, we got the Jets. I know the Jets. I can hold them out as a laughing stock, but
Pats are home too.
yeah, we are home. We're home in this situation. And also, one thing I have to say on this situation, yeah, we traded DT to that team, but you're looking at this team now. Your starting QB, Sam Darnold, the fucking future, as some would say.
Nah,
I see him nothing but a bust, but
he's got mono. What is he fucking?
so he's got
14,
mono. You got Trevor Simeon in
He's
from the
14
fucking
system.
Denver Broncos. This is an easy win for the Pats. Like,
We trade
Can we-
Demaryius
we
Thomas to
could
the
we
Jets,
could
too.
start Jared Stidham in this game. We're up 28-3. Goddamn. This game's over. Week 3. Stop speaking about week 3. Let's go to the
Let's see.
Bills.
Buffalo Bills, same in
Because
the
it's going to be the
conference.
same thing.
So week 4 we got Buffalo Bills here.
I will say I am a little nervous.
You
about
got the
Bills.
Buffalo Bills.
Listen, so
I am. Their defense
So-
is good.
Their
the Bills'
defense
defense
is
is
great.
obviously a slept-on defense.
But Josh Allen
Josh
sucks.
Allen's a piece
away.
of shit.
Josh Allen sucks.
He's not good, and these people were they're talking a lot about
Josh
Allen
Allen
and
runs the
Sam
ball more
Darnold
than
last
Lamar
year,
Jackson.
and I'm really not seeing it. Obviously, Patriots are fucking gonna win their 69th fucking AFC East championship in a row. I don't even want to talk about it.
Absolutely.
Buffalo Bills. They got rid of LaShawn McCoy. I mean,
Yep.
who else are we really gonna talk about? Their defense
Yeah.
is good.
They
Defense
suck.
is
Sean
sleep-
McCoy is
so
back
sleeping-
on the Chiefs.
I'm gonna call this
Fair
game.
enough with,
Game predictions. Seth, what do you got?
Oh, this is going to be
Score
an easy
prediction.
win from the Pats. I mean, yeah, we're at Buffalo, but
Yeah, new era.
Their
field,
offense
nothing
sucks.
Well, we haven't lost in
Our
Buffalo since
defense-
2011.
hold on, Rick. What I got to say about this year, our defense looks incredible
Fantastic.
compared to, like, any other year.
Yeah.
I've watched the Pats.
So what are you thinking for score?
I'm thinking, like, Pats are gonna win the game, like, 35-7 or some shit. It's gonna be a
35-7?
blowout. The
I'm gonna
Buffalo
say-
Bills suck.
I'm gonna say for a Bills.
Yeah, the defense is great, but they cannot shut down our receiving
I'm gonna say this,
core, especially if Antonio Brown gets hot.
I do have this low key respect for Sean McDermott. I do think he's a pretty good coach. I mean, he brought the Bills to the playoffs a couple years back, for the first time in a while. I'm gonna say this Buffalo Bills game at New Era Field is gonna be, I'd say like 30, 35. I feel like a 35-17 type game.
You think so?
Yep.
Like somewhat
I'm
of a close
thinking-
game, but so far away.
I'm thinking kind of closer, and I think it's going to be the first game of the year where we get held under 30. I'm going to say a 24-13 Pats win.
I feel that. All right.
All right, especially away at At
with,
the Bills.
with the
Gotta
schedule
get
placed
me
right
beat.
in front of us, we have Week 5 Washington Redskins. This is kind of a weird matchup.
Gotta get me beat.
The Redskins kind of feel like one of those non-teams, kind of like the North Dakota of the NFL.
But they get the Case Keenum start.
Yeah.
Yeah, Case Keenum went off in the first week against a weak Eagles secondary. But the Pats, by this time in the season, they're going to be hot. They're facing fucking shitbags teams. Like, goddamn. Antonio Brown, I think, he's not going to get charged with those rape allegations. And he's going to be learning the offense as this progresses. And
that's another topic
by the time we
need
play,
to touch on after with the rape allegations.
and by the time we play this Redskins team, Antonio's going to be in his full form. And him with JG and fucking Julian Edelman, it's going to be unbelievable. Like, you got the Giants the week after, and we're going to blow them out. Like,
Yeah.
no question. And then you got the New York Jets, that's another blowout. Like, I'm thinking the Pats are going to be undefeated for a long time. And if not, I think they could go undefeated the whole season. I know they got like 2 tough matchups, and the only 2 tough matchups is the Ravens.
Yeah,
The
and that's not
Chiefs.
till what is it, Week 9?
And I think very much, yeah. And I think when we play this Chiefs team without Tyreek Hill and they don't have Kareem Hunt anymore, this is going to be a breeze for our Pats team.
And this Redskins team, it's
Because we
really
look great.
like
We
I said,
look
one
great.
of those non-teams. A team that you can really not point much talent on, much reason that we would lose. It's one of those like solid teams, like perennial 8-8 teams.
Right.
You know, so all right, for Week 5, Sunday, what is that? October 6th at 1 p.m. Seth, what do we have for a score of that game, Week 5?
Week 5 against the Redskins?
Mm-hmm.
Pats are going to be up, what, 28-7 or some shit?
For the final score?
Oh, yeah,
All right.
definitely. 28-7.
I'm
Redskins,
feeling-
I don't see them scoring more than 2 touchdowns.
I'm feeling-
Maybe 10, that's it.
For some reason, I'm feeling like a 31-17.
Yeah. I don't think that Redskins offense can thrive against our defense.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
I
who knows?
agree.
But Week 5,
You got
who knows?
Gilmore and fucking Jojo Juwan on the side.
Just because that Week 1 performance, I know it can be. It shows the stout defense, but throughout the league,
They
throughout
played
the year,
Eagles,
we're gonna have games where they let up some scores.
There'll be some games like that, yep.
I just want to mention is that this is going to be our 3rd road game in a row.
Yeah.
Like, I still think the Pats win pretty easily. Like you said, their defense can't handle our offense, and their offense can't handle our defense. We're easily the better team.
Oh,
It's just-
absolutely, yep.
It's our 3rd away game. Sometimes that starts to affect the team traveling so
Right.
much. I still think it's going to be a Pats 34-17 win.
All right.
So, but I just want to put that out there. If in the first half, before halftime, the Pats are struggle, it's like a 7-3 game or something like that.
Yep.
Don't be shocked because it will be our 3rd home game. We need some time to adjust to the situation, the fans, because Redskins fans
Just
do
a loud
go
crowd,
hard.
right? Yeah.
So, it'll just take some time, and then I
really
think
no
in the
reason at
second
all, too.
half, the Pats are really going to shine and
They're,
start
and,
taking
and they're
games.
hot for really no reason at all, too, because the Redskins, I mean, you guys fucking suck. We're going to go down to Week 6 here. Thursday, that is literally only 4 days after this Sunday. This is Thursday, the October 10th at 8:20 p.m. This is a
Primetime game
Thursday
radio,
night
folks.
Prime time.
football, Week 6.
Pats versus Giants.
Versus the New York Giants, Saquon Barkley, and the decaying, carcass of a human being in to the likes of which we call Eli Manning as a quarterback of the Giants. But lest we forget, we lost 2 Super Bowls to these motherfuckers. Eli Manning, in particular.
Let's not talk about
for
the
some
past,
reason,
Rankers.
dude. These Giants, they just got this kind of mystic thing about them. How do you feel about Week 6 matchup, Seth?
Me, in particular, this Week 6 matchup. All right, we're playing the Giants. The leading receiver being Sterling Shepard, who was out. And now they have Golden Tate learning the offense. Okay, Golden Tate has been great in the league over the years. Striving with the Lions. This year, you got Eli Manning throwing to you. You're 32, 33 now. Like, it's not going to be the same. The Giants are going to get blown out by the Patriots this week. That's all I have to say. I'm expecting a 28-7 blowout.
28-7.
7 if they're lucky. They could be a 28-3.
Seth, that was the same score you gave for the game against the Washington Redskins.
Because they're very particular teams. They don't have standout wideouts. Like, they don't have I mean, yeah, Saquon's a big difference in this game, but with our defense now, I don't see Saquon
So
doing
you know what, Seth? I'm gonna have to grudgingly agree with you here because on week
Belichick
6,
is gonna show.
on week
Saquon
6, as we see here, on week 6, ever since the McAdoo era of a couple of years back, I've looked at the Giants as nothing but a fucking clown show.
Right.
The Giants are another one
Yeah,
of
the
those.
preseason.
The Giants are another one of those skin and bones teams where it kind of just feels like they are the the carcass of a team. Rather, it's kind of
Right.
just a team there to be there. It's a filler team. It's a piece of shit team. But for some
Just to
reason,
get
that
beat,
mystic
right?
is still alive. I'm calling Week 6 matchup, New York Giants, Thursday on the 10th of October. I'm calling that score. I'm gonna see. You know what? I'm thinking 35. Nah, you know what?
35-14.
For some reason, I see us high scoring, not our ceiling. But for some reason, I'm seeing the Giants scoring upwards of 21, 24. It's gonna be a score within not. We're not gonna win by much more than 13 points. It's not gonna be a blowout
Okay.
because Saquon
like
Barkley,
that.
they get a few. What's it,
Saquon
Ingram
is a different
and
breed.
Ingram too, the tight end. We're not to say the New York Giants are without anything, but for the most part, they are one of those carcass type teams. But they still got threats. So, Alex, what are you thinking?
I will just say right now that my friend Cam at Nichols College, shout out to him. He is a New York fan. Everything.
Oh,
Yankees,
goddamn.
Giants. I know it sucks watching games with him. He
What a
doesn't-
sore soul.
But he has opened up my
He's
minds
an
to-
open-minded kid.
He is an
he's a good
open-minded
kid.
kid. He doesn't
He's a
just
good
like
kid. Cam?
hate the Pats. But
You gonna show Cam this broadcast, bro?
I will show him. But the Giants, I don't hate him as much as I used to because I can see that he realizes that they're shit. Like, even a fan of all New York teams realizes that the Giants are shit. So I see this game and I pray to God Sterling Shepard is healthy and he's playing because if not, then yeah. This is not going to be a fun Thursday night game to watch,
Not
even
at
though
all.
as much as I'm a Pats fan. I still think I think the Pats are going to score high in this game. I'm
They should.
saying a 47-13 Pats win. I think it's going to be a blowout.
I like it. I like it.
I would love to see that shit.
I think Saquon, if not 13-14, I think Saquon will do very good in the beginning half, score 2 touchdowns, have like 110 yards. But then in the second half, the Pats are just going to learn how to shut him down. You know, with us, with our halftime adjustments, we're going to shut him down.
Bill's gonna show him how we roll.
Exactly.
Like, obviously.
Exactly. I think at the end of the first half, it'll be a 17-10 game, though.
And
It'll be
then
close.
you're looking at week 7 here.
So same with the Jets.
I
but
hear that Sam Darnold still might not even be healthy in this game 7.
But Seth, this
for
is
his
our
mono,
second matchup. Let's say Sam Darnold is in for Week 7,
Yeah.
October the 21st. So with Sam Darnold in this offense,
Yep.
how do you think we respond to a Week 7, Seth?
I mean, with the attributes of like Demaryius Thomas, I think the offense will look steady. They have a solid defense too. The Jets, they have a solid defense.
Jamal Adams is a beast.
Oh, he is an absolute animal. Pro Bowl his first year. But anyways, besides that point, I'm going to be confident by week 7 that Antonio Brown is off all rape allegations. And he is learning this offense. He's going to be a prime factor in this offense. And by the time week 7 comes around, I'm going to show you that James Devlin, James White, fucking Antonio Brown, Josh Gordon, and Julian Edelman will all be on the same page by this time. And this is the time that I expect the Pats to blow up.
Okay. Yeah.
The Browns
I
are
agree.
not going to be a problem. It's going to be smooth sailing from there.
Just to mention, too, this is our second late night game in a row. Thursday night straight to Monday night. Good break, but another night game, which is very cool for us Pats fans. We get to see him in prime.
Right, we get to see him in prime time, but off this prime time game, Antonio is finally feeling himself. What if this is one of the games where Tom Brady and Antonio Brown show what they can do?
I agree.
And
That's
then
gonna be a big week.
you go into the Browns next Sunday and you're like, oh, we're coming off this great break where our offense is really shining. We already expected our defense to shine because with Kavanaugh coming back and all that shit, our defense is going to be unstoppable in my personal opinion. But the one thing holding us back is going to be our offense. But our offense,
Which
you
is so
don't even
crazy
have
to
to
say.
worry about.
Yep.
Exactly. Because after we blow up the Jets, offense is booming.
Oh man. So for this week
Antonio
7
will be
matchup,
deep
this week
in
7
on us.
matchup. Scotty, do you mind if I make your message on the broadcast? All right. Scotty P in the booth has a special announcement to make. Scotty, why don't you come over and tell us?
What's that announcement?
You were signaling me something on the side. over
I
there.
think Scotty P is thinking about a freestyle.
So what is it that Scotty?
I think he's thinking about a freestyle.
Is there an issue with the broadcast?
No.
Okay.
Alright, so anyways, looking back at these Cleveland Browns week 8, I think the Pats got it in the books.
Yep, I agree.
Like,
So-
we have them at home, first of all. Like, goddamn.
So with the Jets, week 7, with Sam
Especially
Darnold,
with our front line.
with Sam Darnold in the mix, week 7, given that the Patriots continue on this path, I'm gonna call a 31-13 victory over the Jets, week 7.
Nice, I like it. Very generous right there.
This is in MetLife
Cause-
Stadium.
Yeah.
But I still see a Pats win. I think we're undefeated at this point in the season. And it'll be a 30 to, I don't know, 30. I'm gonna say something weird. 30 to 14 or 16 game.
Absolutely.
Right.
All right. So we will come back to you in just a moment. Week 7 going on week 8 versus the Cleveland Browns. We will cover Antonio Brown rape allegations. We will cover all sorts of shit. And we will talk to you momentarily. This broadcast was brought to you by Delta Fade Studios Incorporated. Delta Fade Studios Incorporated. Listen to my upcoming album. We will see you in 15 minutes. Thank you. Well, that's the end of our broadcast tonight. We're gonna cut it short. It's been a pleasure, Alex.
Oh, it's definitely been a pleasure tonight.
Thank you for joining us, Alex.
No problem. I'd love to be here again anytime.
Excellent. All right, well,
Send out too.
all right, we'll see you, bro. We'll see everyone.
Yep.
We'll see you.
Blackie B in the stew.
The microphone's
Wrink
not
The
on. It's just a
Slink.
video, motherfucker.
It's been a great night.